standing up because you don't want to rock the boat. And it doesn't start as weakness. It usually starts as survival. Somewhere at some point, being agreeable and easy and low maintenance kind of worked for you. It avoided conflict. It kept things calm. It kept relationships intact. So the brain learned, say yes, stay safe. But here's the problem. What keeps someone safe in one environment starts to cost them in another. Because people adjust, not always maliciously in their intentions, but it's consistent. Every time a person says yes when they mean no, they train other people to expect that response. And over time, that expectation becomes the role this person plays. The reliable one, the flexible one, the one who'll figure it out, the one who'll sacrifice for everyone. And on the outside, yeah, it can seem like a strength, but internally sometimes there's something else going on. Sometimes there's a different pattern happening inside. Agreement followed by resentment. Compliance followed by exhaustion. Saying yes, then replaying it for hours thinking, why did I even say yes? And that's the cost. That kind of stress builds quietly. Because most of the time, there's no big moment when an alarm goes off. It's usually small. It's an extra favor. It's a schedule shift swap. Taking on something that was never yours to carry. But then it's again and again and again. Until the person looks up and realizes they built a life where they're always adjusting and everyone else is expecting that adjustment. So here's the shift. Not a personality change, not becoming aggressive, not turning into someone that they're not. Just one adjustment. If it's a no in their head, that no needs to be out loud. That's it. Because the gap between internal no and external yes is where the problem lives. And closing that gap changes everything. Now here's where people get stuck. They think saying no requires a full explanation, a justification, a soft landing for the other person. No, but it doesn't. It does not. Over-explaining is part of the same pattern. It's still trying to manage how other people feel instead of honoring what's already been decided internally. So the cleaner version is simple. Something like, no, I can't do that. And then stop. No padding, no extra sentences, no trying to make it more comfortable for them to hear. Now, some of you may have to practice. Some people have to practice getting to that point. I understand that. Such clarity feels uncomfortable at first when someone isn't used to speaking that clearly. But the discomfort is not wrong. It's just new to the brain and you have to adjust. And here's what happens next. At first, people may push back because the pattern changed. They're used to the old pattern. They were used to the access. Now there's a boundary. And people test boundaries when they're new. But consistency will reset those expectations. What used to be an automatic yes becomes a clear and predictable no. And people adjust. They don't have a choice. That's the part most people never get to see because they stop too early before that happens. They feel the discomfort, interpret it as a mistake or a problem, and then go right back to the old familiar feeling pattern. So nothing changes. But when that line holds, self-respect is going to increase. Resentment is going to decrease. Energy is going to return. And this isn't about becoming cold with a lot of attitude. That's not the strategy either. It's about becoming true to oneself. Saying yes when it's actually yes. Saying no when it's actually no. That's it. Simple. Not easy, but simple. There's a quick start guide about automatic thinking in my bio if you want to download that. It's free. Remember, if someone can't say no, people will keep asking for a yes.